Hello, my name's Andrew, and today we're taking a first look at the all-new Mukishoes Una Pistachio. So first off, I want to say that these are the best smelling barefoot shoes I've ever tested. They literally smell like pistachio. Anyways, they've got a wide toe box with a rounded shape on the outside and more squared off on the inside, as well as a soft suede upper that doesn't have any pressure points on your foot even when you're bending the shoe, as well as a stitched sole, which is great for durability, and organic cotton laces up top, which is to say I found that Una is really comfortable to wear without socks because the collar is soft as well and doesn't rub anywhere on your skin. And on the inside, it's got a natural cotton canvas lining with a sculpted heel to prevent slipping. For the sole, it's super thin at 3.5 millimeters with some really excellent flexibility, although it does wrap around a little bit higher than other Mukis, which gives you the benefit of extra water resistance for rainy or wet days, although it does add a little extra resistance to the sole. But in terms of the tread, it's natural rubber and extremely grippy, and because of the slightly thicker cotton canvas lining, the Una just felt a little bit more protective to me going on rough terrain like gravel compared to some of Muki's other ultralight styles like the Duna. That said, the ground feel is still excellent, and paired with the natural materials, Mukishoes is just one of the best brands in the world if you want a completely barefoot experience. That said, natural rubber isn't quite as durable as synthetic, so like all thin barefoot shoes, you just want to be mindful about how many miles you're putting on rough terrain versus flatter surfaces like pavement. In terms of water resistance, you can treat the Una with a spray, but having more texture, suede tends to be more breathable and less water resistant compared to full grain leather, so the Una Pistachio works a little bit better for warmer weather, although you do get quite a lot of coverage with the raised sole. If you want something even lighter, this is the Vivobarefoot Sensus. Also has a wide toe box, but it's more low profile than the Una, with a full grain leather upper that's a little bit more water resistant, although the rubber sole doesn't wrap around as high on the bottom. Inside, it's got a smooth leather lining that's also great for wearing without socks, and the zero drop sole is super thin at 3 millimeters, so even more agile than the Una, and the lack of side support makes it a really good option for running and training, with a stitched sole for durability as well, but the same rule applies about being careful not to use it too much on rough surfaces like gravel. For a midweight option, this is the Lono Nomad. It's a nice wide toe box like the other two, and pretty similar shape, but maybe a little bit more taper at the very front, but there's a ton of volume up top, which is great for higher arches, and the full grain leather upper has some nice water resistance with a lot of perforation on the inside for breathability, but like the Sensus, the sole doesn't wrap up on the side, so the Una is a little bit better pick if you need to deal with puddles. Inside, the Nomad's got a soft suede lining, and like the others, there's nothing rubbing or pressing around your ankle, so you can wear them without socks. And for the sole, it's medium thick at around 6 millimeters, but still have some really excellent flexibility, although not quite as much traction on wet surfaces due to the flat sole, but it is more durable than the other two on rocks and gravel. Finally, if you need something more rugged, this is the Splay Freestyle. It has a wide toe box that's a lot more squared off in the front, which is my favorite shape of any barefoot shoe brand, and although it doesn't have a stitched sole, it's significantly more affordable than some of the other options, while still being really durable with a canvas upper. Plus the ankle is soft as well with some nice padding and a cotton canvas lining that works well for wearing without socks. But for the zero drop sole, it's 6.5 millimeters, so the most protective out of the ones we've looked at, but still really flexible, and this is the best option for handling rougher activities like skateboarding or parkour, where the sole is really taking a beating, but the Freestyles do have a little bit less ground feel than the other options. Alright, so those are the pros and the cons of the Una Pistachio and friends, but if you'd like to support the channel, you can shop with the referral links down below, browse and filter more products with the shoe finder tool at my website barefootwear.org, or watch my zero drop transition video to learn more about barefooting. Finally, if you have a question about the Mukishoes, Una Pistachio, or about barefoot shoes in general, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Peace!